The Great Eagle and the Hunter. Once upon a time, or maybe not, there was a poor hunter. One day he was walking through a field and saw an eagle sitting on an oak tree, and it covers the wings of 2 neighboring oaks, so big. The hunter pulled back the bowstring and aimed the arrow, and then the eagle says, "Don't kill me, hunter, my wing is broken. Take me with you. Heal me, feed me, and I will repay you with kindness." The hunter brought the bird home. The wife started shouting. They had nothing to eat themselves, and here was the eagle to feed. They were indeed very poor. They lived in hunger. In his teeth there was nothing to get stuck. 3 weeks passed. The eagle recovered and said, "I will fly to... Let me try to fly to the oaks." The eagle flapped its wings and barely flew over the yard. He descended to the ground. "Take me back, man," the bird begs. "Please, no, I still have my former strength." 2 weeks passed. The eagle took off again to test his strength. He rushed towards the 3 oaks and landed on them. He wanted to fly further, and couldn't. He returned again to the hunter. The hunter's wife scolds him, but he doesn't listen to her. He takes care of the eagle, feeds it, sings to it, and heals it. A broken wing. Another week passed, and so the eagle completely recovered. He soared into the sky. He flew over the 3 oaks. He made a circle over the distant forest and landed again in front of the hunter's house. "Thank you, kind man, I have recovered," says the eagle. "Climb onto my back and I'll take you to my family. They will bring you gifts, but you shouldn't take anything." To lower the rusty box. The eagle soared up to the clouds, flew towards the high cliffs, beyond the forest, and landed at the nest. He told his family how the hunter saved him from death. Then the eagle laid out gold and silver in front of the hunter. Precious stones, all kinds of treasures. "Take what you like." The hunter looks at nothing, refuses everything. "What do you want, man?" "Give me the rusty box." The eagle seems not to hear. He shows the hunter the strange things. One is more beautiful than other. The hunter got up as if he wanted to leave. "All right, don't go. I'll give you the box," says the eagle, while she continues to pour gold and silver in front of him. The hunter got angry, and so did the son of the eagle. "I'll fly away from you. A man saved my life, and you feel sorry for a rusty box." The eagle got scared, worried he might fly away with the man, and she gave the hunter the rusty box, but she warned him, "Don't unlock or open it until you get home." The hunter is on his way home, but he's filled with doubts. Why did he take the rusty box? Maybe they tricked me. Let me see what's in the box, he thinks. He opened the box, and out came houses, shops, and people. In an instant, a noisy city spread out. The residents are bustling about. Merchants are trading. Everywhere there's noise and cheerful chatter. And new houses keep appearing from the box. People are simply jumping out. The hunter is taken aback in amazement. Confused, doesn't know how to close the box. And the city keeps growing and growing. Suddenly a black figure appeared, as if it had risen from the ground. "Why are you so upset, man?" asked the devil. The hunter told him about his troubles, and the devil says, "Give me what you yourself do not know, and I'll put the city back in the box." "Yes," the hunter promised. But he didn't know that while he was with the eagle, his wife had given birth to a golden-haired boy. And the devil heard about this. The devil put everything back into the box and slammed the lid shut. It became empty around again. "Don't forget about our agreement," says the devil. "In 15 years you'll send what you promised." The hunter returned home, and there he found his golden-haired son. The poor man realized that he would have to give the devil what he promised. He mourned for a while, then calmed down. 15 whole years lie ahead. Who knows what else might happen? Maybe he'll die by then? Dev. But 15 years passed. The hunter's son grew up, beautiful and brave. The hunter told his son about the promise he had to make to the black devil. "Don't worry, father, I'm not afraid of the black devil. I'll go to him. If I don't come back, consider that you never had a son." The mother packed the young man for his journey, giving him a leather bag filled with bread and sheep's cheese. He kissed his parents and set off to find the black devil. He walked, and by evening he met an ancient old woman. "Where are you headed, my son?" she asks. "I'm going to the black devil." "Don't go to him, my son. The devil will eat you." "I'm not afraid of him." "If that's the case, please heed my advice. When you reach the black maiden's domain, you will see a river. In the mornings, the devil's daughter bathes in that river. Hide her dress and don't give it back until she promises to help you." The young man did everything the old woman told him. He hid in the bushes by the riverbank and waited. And at dawn, the girl came down to the river. She was bathing and splashing in the water when the young man jumped out of the bushes, grabbed her clothes and hid them. The girl swam to shore. She saw the young man. Her dress was gone. "Return my dress or I'll call my father." She sees the young man standing on the shore, but her dress is gone. "Put my dress back or I'll call my father." The young man is silent. "Put it back, I tell you, or my father will eat you. You're not the first, and you help me, and he won't eat you." "Return my dress, and then I'll help you escape," the girl promised. The young man gave her the dress and explained why he ended up in her father's domain. "As soon as your father gives you a task, come to me," the girl instructed him and left. The young man stood before the devil. "My father sent me to you. What for?" "Here I am, sent to you by my father, just as he promised." "Why do you need me?" To the black devil. "It's good that you sent me. You didn't make me go after you. Now you are my captive. Rest today, and tomorrow set off to fetch the water of life. I give you 3 days. You won't bring it, blame yourself." Morning has arrived. The young man went to the daughter of Deva to ask what to do. The spring of living water is beyond 9 mountains in a narrow gorge, and the entrance to the gorge is guarded by lions. I need to take 2 sheep with me and give 1 to each. It's a year's journey just to get to this spring. You won't make it back in 3 days without the winged horse. Rashi is chained to a tall poplar tree in the forest beyond the river. If you can saddle him, you'll get the living water. Oh no, my father will eat you. The young man set off into the forest beyond the river. In the thick underbrush, he heard a quiet neighing. He sees the skinny Rasha tied to the poplar with a bridle made of diamond bits. And around him the ground is bare, not a blade of grass or a single weed. Save me, man, don't let me die of hunger. I will serve you faithfully, Rasha begs. The young man untied the winged horse and led him by the reins to a glade where tall, lush grass was growing. And then he went and got 2 sheep. For 2 days, Rasha gathered strength, and on the 3rd day, he carried the young man and his sheep. He soared into the sky, flew over 9 mountains, and dropped the rider at the entrance to the gorge. The young man threw a sheep to the lions and slipped past them to the spring of living water. The young man looks and sees a spring gushing from the ground, and sitting next to it is an old man. His beard reaches his knees, his face is overgrown with moss. Get out of here, son. Just wait. 100 heads of girls will return from the hunt and swallow you alive. The young man just laughed. In response, he filled the jug and handed it to the old man. Drink the living water. Don't be afraid of the 100-headed maiden. The mossy old man drank the water and became a slender young man. He thanked the courageous and brave newcomer, and feeling grateful, left the gorge with him and with a sense of relief and gratitude. Rasha carried the hunter's son back to the maiden's domain. He flies faster than the wind. He's in a hurry. The sun will set soon, and the young man won't make it in time to bring the maiden the living water. As soon as Rasha landed on the ground, the sun set. The young man brought the black maiden the living water, and he wasn't happy about it. All right, let's see, he says. Are you really that skilled? I have a horse. If you manage to ride it, you will stay alive. If you can't ride, you'll lose your head. The young man went to the daughter of the maiden and told her what other task her father had set for him. This is not an easy task. My father will turn into the horse that needs to be ridden. I will give you an iron hammer and a bridle. When the horse takes off into the sky and tries to crush you flat, to squash you, or to throw you under its belly, if it starts to toss you around in the mountains, just hit it on the head with the hammer and head back home. Morning has come. The young man took the bridle and the hammer and jumped onto the maiden's horse. The horse soared into the sky. He wanted to crush the rider against the sky, and he grabbed the mane and got thrown under the horse's belly. Then the horse flew down to the ground like a stone. But the young man managed to throw himself onto its back. 3 times the demon horse soared to the sky, and 3 times it fell to the earth like a stone. But the young man managed to escape death each time. The demon sees that he can't outsmart the young man, and the whirlwind carried him to the high mountains, twisting through the peaks and slopes. The young man took out a hammer and started hitting the demon on the head. The demon couldn't take it anymore and returned home. The young man jumped to the ground, grabbed the horse by the bridle, and gave it another whack with the whip. The demon horse, in pain, jerked away, tore off its bridle, and quickly ran to the stable. There he took on his true form and stepped out into the yard. "What's wrong with you, black demon? Your whole head is covered in bumps. You're all covered in bruises. The young man feigned surprise. You beat me up. I wasn't sitting on the horse, but on me, the demon admitted. I see, brave one, you're clever. Bring me Rashid Tvolchit from the herd of my sworn enemy, the nine-headed demon. Then I will let you go in all four directions. The young man went again to the daughter of the demon. My father has given you a difficult task, but don't be sad. Ask him for 9 bridles. 9 diamond bridles, a diamond chain, and a saddle, like. Tvolchita is the fastest of all the winged horses, and he doesn't let anyone catch him. But we will try to catch him. In the morning, the young man asked the demon for 9 bridles, 9 diamond ones. He got the bridles, the diamond chain, the saddle, and set off with the girl to the mountain pasture. There grazed the herd of the 9-headed demon. The demon took a red apple out of her pocket and said, In my time of need I call upon you. Come forth, red giants. At that moment, suddenly, 9 tall red giants appeared before her. She pointed them to Rashid Tvolchit, gave them the bridles, and told them to catch him. And Tvolchita is nibbling on some grass, looking around, wondering if anyone is sneaking up on him. As soon as the red giants got closer, Tvolchita reared up and scattered them with his hooves. The girl became sad and cried. If the red giants couldn't catch Tvolchita, how can a human son handle him? She felt sorry for the brave young man. She took a knife. If you die, so will I. If you perish, I won't live either. They embraced, said their goodbyes, and the young man went to catch Rashid. Tvolchita heard everything and saw everything. I don't want your death, he said. Come on, sit on me. I will take you wherever you wish. The girl and the young man ran up to Rashid, hugged him around the neck, and kissed him on both eyes. Take us to my homeland, said the young man. He rose from the wolf cub into the sky like a whirlwind. He rushed, like a stream in a gorge, like the wind in the mountains. And the black demon is waiting for the young man, waiting. He got tired of waiting. He called for his daughter. He wanted to send her to see what happened to the prisoner. The girl doesn't respond. No, she's not found. The demon realized that his daughter had gone to help the young man. He rushed to the slope of the mountain where Rashid was grazing, and he is nowhere to be found. The deity climbed to the top, looked around at everything nearby, and he saw a horse in the distance with 2 saddles and set off after them in pursuit. He heard patter of little paws, turned them into a field, an oak, and turned the girl into a ripening field, the young man an oak, and himself into the reaper. The deity ran up and saw the reaper, standing under the oak, wiping his hands. Listen, man, have you seen a young man and a young woman riding a horse? The deity asks, I've been reaping here, and the black deity turned back. I haven't had time for passers-by or travelers. I haven't seen anyone. The black deity slapped himself. He walked a little and slapped himself on the forehead. He realized that he had been misled by the wolf cub. He rushed after them again. The fugitives had run far away, barely visible to the deity. Is he running after them? Is already catching up. And suddenly, they disappeared from sight at the edge of the dense forest. And on the edge of the forest, a frail old man wanders, gathering dry twigs. that little wolf turned into an old man. He turned the young man into grass and the girl into flowers. Listen, man, have you seen a young man and a young woman riding a horse? The deity asks the old man. I've been here since early morning. I'm tired. I can barely drag my legs. I don't care about passers-by or travelers. I haven't seen anyone. The foolish deity turned back. He walked and realized he had been outsmarted by the wolf cub. I'm a fool, he scolded himself. Fool, he muttered. I've let myself be fooled again. The deity scolded himself. For the third time, he went down after the fugitives. The wolf cub carried them far away. The black deity is running, and is now catching up with the cunning little wolf. But Rashi turned himself into a bottomless lake, and the young man and the girl into ducks. The water in the lake shines and shimmers. A small ripple runs across the water, and the ducks are swimming peacefully. Deva sees the black figure of Tvol and Cheetah disappear, and a lake appears in that spot. He figured out where the fugitives had gone. You can't fool me now, shouted Dev. He ran up to the lake and leaned down to the water. He drinks and drinks without a break, wanting to drink up the whole lake and catch the ducks. The water swelled up around Deva, so much that he fell over and burst. The wolf cub turned back into a winged horse. He returned his friends to their former appearance and rushed them onward to their homeland. And they have lived there happily ever since. To be continued.